Hey guys, Bone Skyberg here, and welcome to the podcast. Right now, we're going to talk about the SnyderVerse, the Ayer Cut, and the GunnVerse situation, and of course, some of the other things. We'll get into that part later. So now, I hope you guys like it. Grab your snacks, fasten the seatbelts, and enjoying the podcast. All right, Liz, trying to be my new co-host, and why not just introduce yourself, CS, and let's get onto it a little bit in information.
All right, so appreciate you for having me. See as the director, um, independent filmmaker, content creator, and all that good stuff. So I talk a lot about movies, games, figures, whatever it is in this hobby. And I mainly talk about like good movies. And one of them is of course what Zack Snyder gave us, David Ayer, Michael Bay. What we got with the Amazing Spider-Man, like those type of movies that are good in quality, and we can see how now the movie industry is doing, and it's performing pretty bad. So it's no surprise.
Yeah. Okay, so I was a Snyder fan also because and I like movies and TV shows also. It's because, for example, same you saying like as a hobby and the collectors and all the stuff, I did too, like action figures and physical media collectors, if you will. But I'm not gonna do movies and TV show what was that movies and TV show reviews, I should say, is because of the copyright claims reasons or whatever this bullshit. So that's why I was gonna do the different ones right now, and of course the different topics videos, if you will. All right, so let's get onto this topic. And what do you think about the Rotten Tomatoes website, for example, that they gave it and some they like it and someone that don't like it? That, for example, Wonder Woman, Joker, Shazam, and Aquaman, the first movie, and now that the sequels is getting successful and turns to a way more flop harder. What do you think about this right now?
Rotten Tomatoes are just paid critics. As long as you pay them, they'll give you a real good review. But if you don't pay them, then they'll like bash on you.
Exactly, because that Rotten Tomatoes, for an example, that's way long downhill. I'll bet it is because fake critics.
Yeah, that's why they pay them, and they'll give you a perfect score. But if you don't, then they come after you and they make you look bad.
Exactly. But to be honest with you, I never saw the sequel to Joker. It's money reasons.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was, but I saw the first one like twice. It was fine, but why you made it at the sequel is because Todd Phillips says so. Why did he make it a sequel if he doesn't want to do it? But now he did it.
Money talks. That's why.
I know, but it's fucking flop for whatever reasons for it. And so it also Aquaman 2, I never saw that either. And I admitted a little bit the Blue Beetle, it was fucking mess.
That was terrible. I
I
still haven't
know.
even seen Aquaman 2.
Yeah, but I like the first Aquaman is fine before Shazam, the first one, but that was
Yeah,
part of the Amoniverse.
right. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I mean it's fine, but they're supposed to be the Snyderverse, not Hamadaverse, if you will. What was Walter Hamana?
Yeah,
Yeah, but in some of whatever reason, because that WB refused to returning, but who says that? But I don't see before the Snyder Cut comes out, and now we haven't finally got it. It's because of his daughter's has committed suicide, and now we finally got it because of his daughter for the honor tribute. That's the reason for it,
right.
right? So, what are your thoughts on about that WB? Is James Gunn still around? What are your thoughts on about that for? It's because, for example, the first look of Superman costume and now crypto, fucking reason for it.
It's embarrassing, honestly. Like, it's not. It's not. It's just not impressing, honestly. It's starting off bad. It's nothing but a joke, a meme, and that's all it's become. Now I'm already seeing memes with the crypto of taking a dump on the cape, and there's another one too, like like there's one that came out with like some dog, and then they gave him like a gun or something, and then like I've been posting on comments. I'm like, yeah, that's Zack Snyder's version if he was to give it to us, but you guys wouldn't be able to handle it because it's so badass. And
Yeah.
that's the thing, you know, it's crazy what it's become. You know that this company keeps on going down, and more flops are gonna be on the way. You know, like there's nothing good. There's nothing good.
Yeah, exactly. So that, but I didn't made it up. Before I made it up was the dialogue, and I was thinking, oh, there's a final part that someone had made it up. There's James Gunn's head, and now he's worthless piece of shit, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know, like I don't know him personally. I don't really care, honestly. But here at DC, he hasn't done good. You know, the Suicide Squad was a big flop, and
Yeah,
Beetle was bad, and you know, like Peacemaker is just ridiculous, and now Creature Commandos that's coming out, it just looks
yeah.
ridiculous. That's all. You know, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, James Gunn's DCU with Creature Commandos or Amanda Waller, I don't think even it's not an announcement yet. But he do have a plan with his Superman movie. But now, why did they gonna go this style right here? They would look like an all-star Superman, and they're gonna they go this right here. It's like, oh, they're gonna go the all-star Superman in James Gunn film. That's what it should be and it looks like, right?
Yeah, it's looking too comic book in the sense where it's like it's just not everything needs to look like in the comic book because it's gonna
Yeah,
look
but yeah,
embarrassing. You
but
know?
yeah, it was embarrassing. I'll tell you why. I can see they would look like a Star Lord and Tucky to the Rocket the Raccoon.
Right.
I can see
And
why, but they said it's that the live action. It's not going to be talking, but the cartoon was they always talking.
oh, we already know with James Gunn, he's lying. Every time he says that something's not gonna happen, it's the opposite. Remember, he had said and he had did that poll before the picture of Superman leaked. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna use the trunks. Do you want Superman with the
Yeah,
trunks
I
or no
remember
trunks?"
that. Yeah,
And
it did
everybody was saying with the trunks, and then he was like, "Oh, don't worry, that's not gonna affect the movie." And then what do we have now? Superman with the trunks. And the same thing. There's so many lies that he said. You know, James Gunn is just a liar to
exactly.
my eyes. You know, he said the same thing. There was never gonna be no crypto. All of a sudden now we're getting crypto. Now he's saying that the dog's not gonna talk. The dog is going to talk because that's what James Gunn does. You know, he's gonna bring all this
Right.
comedy into it.
I'll tell you why. It's Disney's formula. Rip him off from Marvel.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
what the Guardians looks like.
Yeah, this is gonna be another Guardians of the Galaxy.
Exactly. But that crypto design looks like that's not the actual crypto. I prefer the Alex Ross version. That should be more accurate, but not this one.
Right. Yeah. This one is apparently like from the first time that crypto appeared, and he kind of looks like a mutt like that, like a poodle mixed with like I don't know what breed.
I don't know,
Um,
but I thought it was should be in a Manchi, but they would look like what was Deadpool and Wolverine. They would look like
yeah,
an ugly pug.
yeah, that's what they're trying to do. That's what it is. This is all just a nothing but a Marvel, MCU, Disney ripoff. That's all.
That's exactly my point because Dogport is fine, but this the crypto, what the fuck, man? I don't see that his face almost looks. You can tell that's crypto, his version, but that wasn't. It's just looked like a French poodle to me. Fucking man, that's crazy though.
It's
All
wild.
right, so that now that you mentioned that suit Superman, they would look like almost looked like a Guardians and almost a shoulder pad that looked like a Captain America, the first Avenger, and now the rest of the parts, the new 52, but it wasn't. They would look like a Captain Marvel. What are your thoughts about that one?
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw when I saw that. I was like, I mean, they do have the people from, I guess, the team that worked on Guardians of the Galaxy. They're also making the costumes for this. So that tells you everything. I mean, it's just straight up Marvel, you know, like DC has become Marvel literally, and this is what the fake fans want, you know? Because the fake
Exactly,
fans don't want this. The fake fans want this. The real DC fans do not want this. And whoever supports this new vision of James Gunn, you're just a fake fan, honestly. You know, I'm just calling it how I see it because how are you gonna want this complete embarrassment of Superman? I mean, it's 2024. We're about to go in 2025. I don't want to see a happy, bright, cheerful Superman. I want to.
yeah, me neither, man. But let me tell you, but for example, Christopher Reeve, I don't mind him, but I want to see his actual Superman that he was, like Harry Cavill. If you seen or never noticed on the Man of Steel and at the end of the movie, he never posed, never do that, and at the end of
No.
the movie, what he was flying or whatever, at the end of the movie. But Man of Steel, give Lois Lane and make him happy for it, whether he was is disguised as Clark Kent.
But you got to remember also that version of Superman was good for that time, that era, or whatever you want to call it. The same thing with
Snyderverse.
like, yeah, the same with how we got with Henry Cavill with Superman.
Yeah,
It's
that's
for
Henry
our
Cavill.
time.
He should
It's
look
it's
like
modern,
more accurate.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
modern. Like why are you gonna have in the year 2024, 2025 somebody wearing an underwear on the outside? No, we're not back in like the 1950s. Like in the
You mean
beginning of comics.
1938? That's the
Or
Pierce the
38,
first
whatever,
one. Yeah.
It's like, it's like why? It's embarrassing, honestly. It's cringe.
No, 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 but I don't get it. But there's so many Easter egg references that's from the 1938 when the first issue of Superman called it Action Comics. That's that 1938 references. I think it's
Right,
Easter
but
egg for whatever
we're
reason.
not in 1938 anymore. That's my point. We're in
Exactly, but that's the
2025, about to
references
enter.
Easter egg.
It's
That's
like
references right there. So
the
I
Easter
get the
eggs to
point.
me don't do anything. I'm like, I don't care about Easter eggs. Just do what you're gonna have to do. That's it. It's like it's nice,
No,
but
but I know, but I'm just saying that comes from the references. If you never noticed that in the BVS, there's actually when Wonder Woman at the hotel where she was holding in the Ultimate Edition, there's an actual the vintage comics. That's
oh,
actually there.
nice.
It is. Yeah, that's what it based on looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Before she was fighting Doomsday with Batman and Superman, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. And so that's when we and it also notice that we're going to get the McFarlane's the Snyderverse merchandise. What are your thoughts about this? And of course there's other properties it's coming on its way. So what are your thoughts about this? I cannot wait to get that. For
Oh, I
example,
already
I was
have.
gonna get Oh,
I
you got it?
pre-ordered
Which
mine.
one?
Some of them, not all, because I wasn't able to get them all because they ran out quick. I only got the regular version of the armored Batman. I got Wonder Woman, and I got the Nightmare Batman. I didn't get the two
Nice.
pack, yeah, because that sold out in like less than 10 minutes. It was nuts. Like it sold out so fast, and
Yeah,
everything else sold out.
yeah, but I was trying to get not all of them because I was looking for two things I need the most of it. It's Superman. For example, I need to wait until if I seen it, for example, Harry Cavill Superman comes with Doomsday. I'll get that later, but later after I'm going to get Christopher Reeve Superman first. But I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
how many out there it is because it's out of stock quickly. So
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty popular. And then you have scalpers that they buy them so they can resell them for
exactly, we have
cheap
to
once
wait
they
it
sell
very
'em.
carefully because of fucking stalkers out there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, or even I was looking for a Ben Affleck's Batmobile, the different one called it Jetta Toys. It's a metal diecast. I was looking for that one so badly, but after I got Michael Keaton's Batmobile, comes the minifigure with Michael Keaton.
Yeah. You're talking about the Jada toys, I think, the small scale?
Yes, the Jetta Toys. It's a
Yeah.
diecast metal. I was looking for the Ben Affleck one, but after I got Michael Keaton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's money reasons also because I was looking for the most of it. That'd be fucking badass. I want to review of this. I was
Right.
looking for this one. This was 8 years ago, but it wasn't because instead I get the different ones. But it was huge mistake. So I get the diecast metal instead because I'm tired of this waiting. I told someone made a promise, but we're not doing what's it called a model kit together. But I'm not gonna do it on model kit thing. So I'm trying to do the diecast metal better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's complicated. It's personal thing. So but not just the only the McFarlane. There's a other your videos. What you talk about? There's a other merchandising. The
Oh, yeah.
Snyderverse. What are your thoughts about this?
It's awesome. It's awesome to see how much love and support there is still. It's like all these years, we're pretty much already 10 years in to the DCEU. What could have been, because in 2023 it would have made 10 years when we started in 2013. It's wild. It's like for a quote unquote dead universe, what a lot of people like to say, but in reality it's not. It's selling out. It's selling out. How do you explain that? If it was dead, then why is it sold out? That tells you everything. It makes profit. But what doesn't sell out and what's always in the clearance? James Gunn and all his products. Because now that they released the McFarlane toys, now McFarlane is trying to sell whatever left over inventory of the Suicide Squad for like $15. Nobody's buying it. It's nobody cares about it. That's the thing. You'll never see something from Zack Snyder go on clearance. because it's quality, it sells. That's the difference.
Okay, so let's talk about with these toxic James Gunn cultists or whatever you call this bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, what are your thoughts on about this? I mean, every single fan base out there, they fucking betraying that they used to the SnyderVerse fan base, and now they switched to the Gun Bros. So, what are your thoughts about that one?
They're fake, they're clowns, and they're unprofessional. That's all.
I
They're
know.
I don't take them serious. I mean, you can tell and you can see how toxic they are because they come out with their threats. They always want you to accept their point of view, and if you don't have their same point of view, they go and make a video about your point of view, and then they want to belittle you. But all they look like are more and more like a clown. So that's what they are.
Yeah, I agree. What are your thoughts? This fucking. What are your thoughts about that one, for example? So, is he harassing you, or he's just upset with you, or what? For example, like that.
He's obsessed and he continues to harass because he constantly goes and makes a video about everything of my opinions, and he doesn't see eye to eye with me, so he has to go just because he wants attention to make a video about me every single time. It's ridiculous, he's like completely obsessed, and that just shows you the type of toxic person that he is. He's just showing you how, disturbed and sick that person is.
Yeah. And this is the he call you up, and there's some of the others usernames as the Snyderverse fan base. And then I told him like he needs to knock it off. Otherwise, what's the name of this other username? Like that they noted each other, and then they were gun bros. They're coming in and after us, and it's saying like talking and stuff, and then behind on our backs. What the fuck is going on, man? He needs to just leave us the fuck alone, man. So that's just my take on it. And when they get out of it, I have no fucking clue what this is. That's just
the
me. Yeah,
it's ridiculous, but
yeah.
this is what the James Gunn, fans are all about. They're obsessed, and they want you to accept their complete DOA universe that's on the way.
Yeah. And but they're all nonsense. But not just what doing that they he obsessed with you, and also they're talking about me as well. But there's other users out there as Snyderverse fans I am. But now how to explain fucking switch size or king I shouldn't say what the fuck, man. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is fucking betrayal.
Yeah, I'm not, hoping he switches sides, but a lot of people tend to jump the ship just because they can't take the heat, because a lot of people, like to talk online and just say all these things, and to each their own. It's just in the end, everybody reveals who they are. Since day one, I've been here holding it down for us Snyder fans, and I've been getting all type of threats, all type of messages, and I just ignore it. I have thick skin, but it's funny. That's that's how I see it. It's so many people have grown their channel, on using the name of Zack Snyder and the Snyderverse, and then when they get to a certain amount of fans or followers, whatever you want to call it, they turn their backs. And again, it is what it is. But what can you do on that part?
Yeah, that reminds me of very similar, like what was Emperor the Palpatine, what they tell what was clone troopers from Star Wars from the Revenge of the Sith, and then when they tells him say like execute Order 66.
Yeah.
Fucking betrayal, man. That sounds like it. And then you want to spell it out? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yep, it's sad, but it's happening, and there's a lot of people
Yeah,
doing that. A lot of them doing that.
yeah. Are they fucking like or uh or whatever you called it? I mean, what I heard when I saw his comments say, "Oh, I don't hate Zack Snyder. Oh, I don't hate James Gunn." Is he fucking brain dead or something, or they are fucking brainwashed. That's just me, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then they say that they're not occultists, but they are.
Well, but it's not just because toxic James Gunn cultists, but they were exactly the same. They're Snyder haters.
Yeah, they're just mad because they're losing, and the SnyderVerse and we the Snyder fans are winning. There's no stopping it. That's it. They just can't accept that fact, and they're
Yeah,
still coping because we actually got the Snyder cut. So it's understandable. They're just
yeah,
bitter.
yeah. There's no question about it that we got the Snyder cut, but there's more because there's the storyboards and the comps on art because that we need something is Zack Snyder Justice League Part 2 and 3. That's we need to get conclusion.
Yeah,
That's we need. The what really happened is about Darkseid has come in and is trying to murder Lois Lane, and with Darkseid they found is in ending life or something about what he's talking about in the Snyder Cut scene. They found a Superman was.
yeah, and we see a preview of that. Remember when Zach showed us in the epilogue when you see Superman, he's holding Lois and she's already gone. I think she's like all crisp because Darkseid did that, and you see Darkseid, over his shoulder, like trying to, like he's controlling now Superman. That's why we see that evil Superman at the end of the Snyder cut that he's out to get the rest of the members.
Exactly. Not just that because was this. When that's coming from? It's when Superman turns evil. That comes from Injustice storyline.
Yeah,
And then later, this is before that, it was from the animated series in 90s version of Superman. That's where this comes from.
yeah, that's
That's
cool.
when we want to see this. It's very interesting.
Yeah, there's so much that could be done in Zack Snyder Justice League 2 and 3. It's just so much to add and explore to it.
Yeah, that's why we need the concluded, like a conclusion or wherever. That's we need just finishing that. We don't need a different separate story. We want to go to the chapters one by one, like a Man of Steel, BVS, and the Snyder Cut. But now we need Justice League 2 and 3.
For sure. We're gonna get it. I'm sure
But
we
we
will.
must. Yeah, but yeah, that's for sure. We need to get two more and then it will be move on. But there's more. David Ayer's Suicide Squad, which is the Ayer Cut. That's we need to get that the most of it.
Right, of course. We'll get it too. It's
Yep,
gonna happen.
yep. And then every time that David Ayer's posting that it is he's never give up. I'm sure that he's never given up. He's not because he has never moved on, never because the same thing as Zack Snyder.
Right.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's never lose hope. Never give up. That's why we need to keep fighting for Restore. It's the same thing like SnyderVerse and Ayerverse. That's what they're calling it. For that, it's little pieces like the Steppenwolf. It's
Right.
a missing puzzle.
Yeah, big time.
It was. If you've seen the Strong on Flicks, what he's talking about, there's missing parts. The Ayer Cut. I really love to see this. They will look like a few more the console art, and of course the Jared Leto's Joker. There's some missing in that scene.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of footage missing from David Ayer's final cut. Remember, there's probably like about 35 minutes, I think, or 40 minutes or something like that, that
Yeah,
it didn't make it into the final cut, and because of WB, they gave us the studio squad, and unfortunately that underperformed. But it's because of WB, not David Ayer. David Ayer did what he had to do. It was just WB that they wanted to release that version, and then they went in, and then after they released the what is it the uncut version, I forgot what they call it, but
it's not the final cut, but there's some missing these pieces
right,
or whatever
yeah,
you call it.
yeah,
Yeah, and of course, what was the name? The what was I'll never forget that fucking the white and Sandoff. She has the problem that she says she's not gonna get released. The Ayer Cut was after Snyder Cut comes out already.
right, yeah. I remember when she was saying that, and we proved her wrong, and that's another thing too. That's why you see all these, anti Snyder fans that they're still bitter because we actually got the Snyder cut released. They said that it would never happen, and we proved them wrong. We kept on fighting 5 long years, and now we have it.
Yeah. So then we're not gonna wait much longer for how long? 10 or 20 years? I mean, otherwise we're all fucked up when we get older. I mean, we must keep fighting people. Come on, man. And
Yeah,
then we don't
it's not gonna
want.
be that long. It won't be that long. With the way that things are going right now with WB, stocks keep dropping. Nothing is making money. Everything continues to
Yeah.
sink, flop, and tank. I mean, the only option that WB is going to have is just like I've been saying. They're gonna have two options, and we're gonna see that it's gonna happen. One, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna want to sell the studio. And two, if they don't want to sell the studio, the only thing that they can do to make up for it and to make money back again is going to be to bring in Zack Snyder and David Ayer to continue where things left off, because with James Gunn it's not working and it's never going to work.
Exactly. If James Gunn is still around, I will not be buying with this bullshit.
He won't be around much because his contract is going to finish, and I highly doubt the WB is going to rehire him. And if the company does get sold to whoever buys it, I doubt that they're going to be moving forward with whatever James Gunn wants to do, because all he's been doing since he came into WB with DC is just completely ruining the brand.
Exactly. Now that James Gunn, what is he gonna do? Dick jokes, fart jokes, and whatever you call this bullshit, like a piss maker motherfucker. Seriously?
Yeah, it's just going to be garbage. That's all.
Yeah. But at least I cancellation HBO Max or Max or whatever because of this changes, and I stop it altogether. At least I got physical copy for the Snyder Cut. That's for sure.
Yeah, the same. I have mines, and that's it. After that came out, I canceled the membership, and that's it. Like it's pointless to have it. And I encourage everybody also, you want to be part of this movement and boycott, just cancel all their subscriptions, don't watch none of their movies. And it's about sending a financial message to the studio and say, hey, look, we're not supporting anything that you guys are trying to give us. Not even the Batman, because the Batman is also garbage. It's like they're trying to force that for people to accept it. And you have some fans that are also, okay, it's okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm not enjoying Matt Reeves's universe. There's nothing interesting in it. It's another
You
copy and paste from Christopher Nolan.
Oh yeah, you talking about Matt Reeves' Batman, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was James Gunn's Batman in DCU, I should say.
But now that you say that, have you heard the news also that well, I don't know what it's gonna be. If it's gonna be show, animated, cartoons, we don't know yet. Dynamic duo is going to be James Gunn along with Matt Reeves. So they're
Oh
both
yeah.
working together. So you see what I'm saying? Like, why support that? They're both helping each other. They're both going to team up for this project. So anything that's gonna come from it, I'm not interested.
No, me neither. Yeah, I have a feeling what they saying in That Man a Duel, they said it was talking about Dick Grayson and Jason Todd together. I was like, no, this is fucked up.
I am not surprised. This
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what I'm
weird
thinking about
mind of
that.
James Gunn. Remember, the
Yeah,
weird
everything is
mind
James
of
Gunn.
James
Everything
Gunn.
is James Gunn.
Yeah,
What do you, I won't say in a word. What is supposed to be a fucking Pendleverse with that motherfucker? Seriously?
I have no idea what they're trying to do.
I don't know, me neither. I so lost interest in that nowadays. And I prefer the old school stuff. But like, for example, I like Dick Grayson as Robin, the first Robin, but not like Jason Todd. I like Jason Todd. I saw other versions. The animated was fine. What's it called? It Under the Red Hood. That's just me, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But the animated, it's fine. But if they're gonna do it, James Gunn, I don't know if they're gonna do the live action bullshit. Come on, though.
I'm not interested in it.
Yeah. It even what was Tim Drake, the third Robin. If I seen this happen with James Gunn DCU, no fans. That's the truth. No
I'm
fans.
not. I'm not interested in nothing that James Gunn has to offer. Nothing.
Yeah, because let them go walk or broke.
That's it. They're learning the lesson the hard way.
Yeah, it's because they're gonna, it's typical the SJWs. That's what it's becoming.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
catering to the wrong crowd.
yep, because I just don't get it. And then what comes next? And then after that, I mean, who knows eventually if this happens. Oh, in case you don't know this, there's an announced what's it called? It Supergirls in James Gunn DCU, but James Gunn is not directed. It's someone else directed.
Yeah, apparently something is going around, but they're not even sure what they're doing.
Yeah, but I never like this actress. I forgot what his name is. Millie Atwalk or whatever it's pronounced. Her face looks like a ginger face to me. Fucking no. I prefer the other actress like they used to the before. That with the blonde hair, they should be blonde hair. I don't mind. Look more a beauty as Supergirl, but not this one, the James Gunn.
Yeah, I don't feel that this girl is the right one to be Supergirl. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it should have been someone else to be casted.
yeah, but I don't get it. If they're gonna cast it with the address here, I just don't get it either.
I don't know. Again, I'm not interested in nothing that James Gunn is putting out there, and I suggest
Yeah,
everybody do the same because
yeah,
all that's gonna come from that is just gonna be messier each time.
yeah. It's just the same thing. I heard you saying like they trying to rush in on it because the James Gunn wanted to do it.
Yeah, he's just trying to rush everything because he knows that his days are numbered at WB. So he's just trying to cram everything so he can leave his quote unquote legacy.
Yeah, that title that you talk about, Superman Legacy, instead of a drop dead name, it just say Superman. Why can't it even call it James Gunn Superman?
Yeah,
That's it. This is same thing reminds me of Zack Snyder Justice League. That's what they're calling on it, right? It's a simple name and title.
right.
If you remember the Christopher Reeve Superman, it was directed by Richard Donner, and now the title call it Superman the movie, which is way back in the 70s. But now that on the title screen just say Superman. So I was confused that if they're gonna do, why just call it a James Gunn Superman? But my theory is, and my thoughts about it, I just don't care for it.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, so the wait for the official poster comes out, and any movie theaters, I'll give it a thumbs down.
Yeah.
That's just me, but I'm not gonna see it. Trust me. When I was in the Man of Steel in the theaters, I'll give it a thumbs up. So like before that, after I was like, "What the fuck, James Gunn, man? You fucked up."
A lot of people feel like that.
Yeah, but are these people fucking brainwashed with the mind controls like a fucking zombies or whatever? Bound down to the James Gunn. He's a fucking savior. I was like, no, he's not. Fuck that shit.
It's insane.
Oh yeah, speaking of the reaction, what about the did I tell you that before or not? Did you notice he says the James Gunn? He says like when I heard that what he was talking about, say like he never been in a Comic-Con before, but he did because while he was at New York Comic-Con, but now why he was not in the San Diego Comic-Con because a lot of people wanted to get booed on him, so that's why what he's doing his Superman film.
Yeah, it's no surprise. Look at how it ended his panel. It sounded pretty disappointing. You could barely hear people like happy about it. It just wasn't exciting compared to
That
2013. You know.
Yeah, it wasn't. But if you've seen a DC logo, the new one, which I just don't get it either because it's not much reaction when I heard it's not a like loud a scream. But what
Yeah,
about the BBS? It was very loud a scream. It wants to see it at
yeah.
the fucking
Everybody
badass.
was excited. Everybody was excited.
Yeah, I mean, look at the people. The San Diego Comic Con, a lot of people fucking scream. It was like, yeah, I want that motherfucker. And then
Yeah,
right now in New York Comic Con, not much exciting, or they're gonna go yay or whatever fucking
yeah.
bullshit. I
No,
don't care for it.
nobody was interested. The handful
Yeah,
of
but
people.
it's not much people. Trust me for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's interesting though because I told you this before, but you didn't catch it on private. It's different subject. I just noticed something. Oh, and of course, the speaking. What about? Let's talk about a little bit. David Cosway as Superman. Remember we talked about the suits and the crypto, whatever. So, what are your thoughts about this and David Cosway as Superman?
not interested.
Okay, fair enough. And I am preferring Harry Cavill, Chris Reeve, or Brenda Roth. I don't mind him. That's for sure.
Look, I've never been a Superman fan just because I've never liked Superman. But the only time that I came to like Superman was because of Man of Steel with what Zach had did. It was something different. It was
Yeah.
something just completely new. And I don't know, he just captured Superman to me. This is just my point of view in a different take that was more realistic and it was just more grounded where I can say, wow, I actually like this character. I've always liked Batman, but seeing what he did with that Superman and his version, under the Snyderverse was amazing.
Yeah, you talk about Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up watching Keaton, but Keaton was awesome for the 90s. But today, in this modern day and age, and as the future we keep on going, Ben Affleck is forever going to be, in that top, along with Keaton. Every other Batman, they've been good for their roles, but I'm just not interested as much as in, Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton. And now with Robert Pattinson, I'm really not interested. I just don't see him as Batman.
Yeah. But to me, for example, the Superman with Chris Reeve, Henry Cavill, and Brandon Roth, I don't mind him. But David Cosworth, on the other hand, he would look like it reminds me of the 1940s serials. What was the name? Kirk Allen, if you will. But I just don't see it. For example,
Yeah,
it's repeating itself.
yeah, it's something about it. It's just I don't know. I'm just not interested in it.
But I know, but and also we'll talk about Batman. I like Michael Keaton as Batman, and Christian Bale. It's okay, but Ben Affleck, he looked like as Bruce Wayne, in my opinion.
Yeah, he nailed the role.
Yeah, he nailed it. But why he never made on his own Batman movie with Ben Affleck? Maybe he has some personal problems. I don't know why, but he never did nothing wrong. Trust me. I'll bet WB is the one responsible.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
for
That's
sure.
for sure.
For sure, the studio. That's the studio's been screwing around with Zach since the beginning,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, this is where we're at right now.
Yeah, and of course, so I'll admit it a little bit. I saw the Batman with Robert Pattinson. It's very longer, about 3 hours. I mean, it's too much to focus on the what's the name of the other actress in this movie? The Batman. What was Catwoman? It's a little bit longer movie.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was boring.
Yeah, but it's very too. What was it called? It that you talk about very too mysterious or whatever. To be honest with you, also that I saw it once, but I saw it a couple times on streaming, but never again.
Yeah, I watched it the first time. I wasn't impressed. I tried rewatching the second time, and I just keep falling asleep because it's so boring. It just completely like it's really boring. Honestly, like I've tried and I just can't.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I agree. I watched a couple times. I almost saw the ending. It's fine, but I don't care for it no more because it's not the same in a Ben Affleck as we know. But we need the actual, the one in with Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I saw another clip, the Deathstroke on it with Ben Affleck movie. Come on, WB. Why are you doing this? You're rapping on us.
Yep.
And speaking with James Gunn's DCU with Robert Pattinson's Batman, I don't think it's not even announcement yet.
Yeah, I don't even see that that's going to happen. It looks like they're trying to get Robert Pattinson, and I have a feeling that it's going to happen. That Robert Pattinson, unfortunately, is going to be joining James Gunn's DCU. He keeps
Yeah,
on denying it, and he says otherwise, but it's Pinocchio James Gunn. We know he lies. All he does is just lie.
I agree. I agree. And let's talk about the little bit the McFarlane toys. Remember we talked about before? So
Yeah.
remember I sent you the video, the link. I don't know what his name was. Did you see that McFarlane toys apparently was after the Snyderverse? So now there is James Gunn Superman figures. Any thoughts about this?
Well, you got to remember, McFarlane puts out what WB wants him to make. McFarlane doesn't pick out what he wants to put out. It's what WB picks out. He said it in an interview. I don't remember when, but he said it like in 2023. And he just makes what WB picks out to put. But we already know that with James Gunn and whatever merchandise that he's going to put out, it's all going to end up in clearance because that's where it all ends up. The Suicide Squad, like I posted a video on my channel. Have you seen it? At Walmart for 2 years, that bundle, the McFarlane toys of the Suicide Squad, they're still sitting there. Nobody wants to buy it. And even at $13, nobody wants to buy it. So that tells you that it doesn't sell. And it's incredible because pre-orders went up for Batman versus Superman, a movie that's over what, 8 years old, and they sold out in minutes. They sold out everywhere, and it's awesome. So
Wow.
that shows you, like I wasn't able to get the 2-pack because it sold out by the time I tried to get it, and that sold out like within less than 10 minutes. And that tells you people are still hungry. They still want what Zack Snyder gave us. And
Exactly.
you can go to pretty much any store. You can go to Target and you're gonna see the Batman products still on clearance in the clearance rack. You're gonna see James Gunn's The Peacemaker. I mean, not the Peacemaker. The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad is in clearance. The $5 bin. Nobody cares about it. Nobody wants it. And it's like under the ruling of James Gunn, nothing is working. And I get it. He did not make Suicide Squad the game, but he's still overseeing it. So as
Yeah.
him being in charge of WB, with the DC and whatever you want to call it, DC Studios, it's not working. Like people need to wake up and realize that James Gunn is just ruining the DC brand. That's it. It's not working. It didn't work with the Suicide Squad. It's not working with Peacemaker. It's not working with the Batman. It's not working with the Penguin. Everything that he's right now trying to touch is not working. And
Yeah.
that's just the future of it.
Yeah, I mean, if I saw that video that you found on the Walmart, it's priced down. It's too much, man. But if not just one Peacemaker or some of the other ones, what was it called? The Suicide Squad collection, the
Yeah.
my Paulus ones. How
Yeah.
much is that? That one? It's like very simple, $130
I think it's like
or whatever.
it's
But it's clearance,
125
right?
or something like that. Yeah, it's on clearance, and even at that, nobody wants it. So that tells you.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not getting. I'm glad for example, I never saw it. If I seen it, I'll post it on it when I have a chance. If I go to Walmart or Target, yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
I will show to you that when I have a chance or not, because this is money reasons. And but don't get me wrong. But I'll get that. Like I said in before, then I mentioned the BBS about Superman and Doomsday, and of course Chris Reeve Superman. I have a plan for that. That one the most I was looking for that, and then the rest of them I'll get the early Christmas gift or whatever when I have a chance to it.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's why I have a plan. I saw the Hot Topic stores now they have a James Gunn Superman, and you put angry reaction. I was like, what the fuck, man? And I go,
Yeah.
nope, I'll pass for it.
Yeah. They're trying to sell the product and that's not even moving. It's overstocked again. That's just t-shirts. I was like, wow, this is going to tank so bad.
Yeah. In years ago, what was 11 years ago just now, I just bought a Man of Steel t-shirt. This is a while back before that movie come out with Snyder's Man of Steel. So I gotta get another one because I prefer direction right size because I prefer a big one. So doesn't matter to me, but I'll get into most of it. When the different one's logo look like a BBS, it's some changes out there a little bit. It's fine. So
Right. That's cool.
yeah, so but I'm not gonna sell out the James Gunn. No fucking thanks, man. It's fucking piece of shit. That's just me. In your face, toxic cunt cultist motherfucker. Straight up, man. He's a pedo motherfucker. If you don't believe me, just do your own research. In case you never noticed, Bryan Singer, the director from the X-Men films and Superman Returns, apparently he's a pedophile as well.
Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a long story because I have a friend of mine, but I won't say it in this recording. Apparently, Bryan Singer, he is a really actual pedophile when he was exploring contests, he preferring the little boys.
Disgusting.
I know that fucking Bryan Singer, man. I never thought that it was this coming. It's the same as similar dirty jokes on the Twitter like James Gunn.
Yeah, those people are just evil and disgusting. They're vile.
Exactly. There's more of them out there. Trust me. I know the names are personally, and I found out what the hell was going on with these people.
Disgusting.
All right. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, these fucking people, including the fucking.
Yeah, they're all nasty.
Yeah. I mean, but this is different. But after I want to talk about the James Gunn's fan base, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
They don't. Yeah, they don't listen. They don't listen. That's why remember you told me the screenshot you need or something, and here's the video to prove. So how do you
Yeah,
explain that?
yeah, that's what they get off of. They're completely disgusting.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna show the proof in a community post, not the video. If they don't believe me, I have to fight back. I swear, man.
That's the only thing we could do.
All right, I think that was it. And CS, thank you for today having with me, and I hope we could do this for next time if we when we get around in this recording podcast streaming and or recording podcast video, if you will. So that's why we're gonna do something if we keep eyes open that seeing what was going on about the SnyderVerse and GunnVerse situation, if you will.
Yeah, sounds good. I appreciate you for having me.
Anytime, bro. And so I hope you guys, thanks for the watching about this podcast and streaming, if you will. Don't forget, click like, comments below, hit subscribe button, and click at the icon notifications in case you missed it or not. I'll see you around, guys. And CS, what you have to say for the last words?
Just, keep on subscribing, showing your support, and catch you on the next one.
All right, then. And thanks, CS, once again. And we could do this again if we get around. So I'll see you around, guys. Take care.
All right.